You know, while I'm super excited for the upcoming Nintendo Switch games for Nintendo 2023 and the rest of 2022 like Mario Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, and Bayonetta 3 and all those great Nintendo Switch games, I'm really excited for Nintendo 2023 through 2024, the unknown games, so to speak. Will we get a new Donkey Kong game? Maybe a new Mario 3D or 2D game? Perhaps we'll see a new Zelda game announced at E3 2023, or maybe, just maybe, we'll finally see Beautiful Joe come back. I mean, you never know. We had Battle Network on the Nintendo Switch announced, so why not Beautiful Joe? Oh, and also let's get a new Battle Network. By the way, which Nintendo Switch games do you want to see from Nintendo in Nintendo 2023 and Nintendo 2024? In this video, we are going to talk about the upcoming Nintendo Switch games like Mario Rabbids, Bayonetta 3, Pikmin, The Legend of Zelda, and all those cool Nintendo Switch games, especially the RPG games. Because if you haven't noticed, there are a lot of RPG games that are upcoming and I really want to talk about them because I'm really excited for them. But before that, if you guys enjoyed this video and all the editing and animation that goes into it, leave a like, it helps the video out a lot. And if you want to help me reach my goal of 1,000 followers on Twitter, you can follow me at RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's talk about the upcoming Nintendo Switch games. So the first game I had to talk about was The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is one of those games that I am really excited for. I love open world games. It's been quite a while since this game has been announced when it was first revealed from Nintendo. Nintendo has drip feed us trailer after trailer after trailer and made us just ask more questions about this game. So that excitement just keeps building over and over and over again, and it just makes me want to get my hands on the game and answer all these unanswered questions. The first trailer showed Link and Zelda traveling through some mysterious cave location with this mummified enemy. Zelda falls into the ditch, Link has a new arm, and things just don't look good for Link and Zelda. And we really want to know what the heck is going on. What happened to Zelda? Is she dead? Do you have to save her? Is she captured? Is she turning into Princess Peach? There are just so many unanswered questions just from this first trailer alone. And then we got the second and third trailer for this game with the delay for the release date, but we did get a lot of new footage that gave us even more questions. Then we got the second and third trailer along with the delay with no release date, but we did get two new trailers that gave us even more questions. The Master Sword is broken, Link has new time abilities, and a better look at his arm. Now in the fourth trailer, that's where things get extremely interesting because that showed off a lot of the open world, the aspect that I'm really excited for. I am just ready to play through this game. I love open worlds, I love exploring every inch of the world and seeing what it has to offer. Breath of the Wild 1 was rich with exploration and discovery if you chose to do so, and I can't wait to see what the sequel has for us and what it's going to build upon and what it does better, and oh well, hopefully it does better. Hopefully it's not worse than Breath of the Wild 1, that's all we can hope for. But along with new games come new mechanics like the time mechanic. How is that going to play into the gameplay? What crazy physics are we going to be able to use and what wacky things are we going to be able to pull off? I think that was one of the really cool things about Breath of the Wild 1 is that there were so many physics and different mechanics that play into each other, and you could do a lot of crazy things like building ships. Breath of the Wild 1 created this environment almost like a playground for the players, and I can't wait to see what the sequel does with its new mechanics, and of course bringing back old mechanics as well and mixing those in to create new experiences. I think it's kind of crazy that there's still new things being found in Breath of the Wild 1 till this day, so what the sequel is going to do, I can't even imagine. Overall, I'm really excited for this game, and the next game that I am really excited for is Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So Mario Rabbids 1 was a fantastic game. I think games like Mario Rabbids 1, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and other games like Candace of Hyrule, the games that mix these Nintendo IPs with other genres of games are really fantastic, and I'd love to see more games like that. But when it comes to these kind of games, the mixing IPs with other genres, I always come back to Mario Rabbids. I love the fact that they're changing up the gameplay with this new Mario Rabbids game as well. They're making it more like regular Mario games, but still having that XCOM/RPG style. And the fact that Rayman is gonna be a character DLC in this game is just amazing. We haven't seen Rayman in a very long time, so I'm glad he's still gonna have some kind of spotlight soon. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a new game. It really makes me wonder what else kind of DLC are we gonna see. I think that the fact that they're using Rayman means that they probably could pull from other Ubisoft titles. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but Rayman is a Ubisoft title. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm sure the comment section will correct me on that if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure Ubisoft owns Rayman. I'm also really excited for the cutscenes from this game too. I think after the Mario movie, all all the cutscenes that we're going to be seeing in these other Mario games and other games that have Mario in it, for some reason feel more special now. It was always nice to see Mario in a better, higher graphic fidelity that's almost movie-like, but now that I see what they can do in the movie, it really makes me wonder what Nintendo can do with their IPs in this kind of style from the Mario movie. And to see the glimpse of what else can be done, even in the games, is gonna be really cool, you know? And another game that I am excited for is Bayonetta 3. Now, when it comes to Bayonetta 3, I have no experience with Bayonetta 1 or 2. I know that is pretty surprising for someone who's a Nintendo channel, but I just don't have enough money to buy them. That's pretty much why I ended up skipping them before and after, even when they came to the Nintendo Switch. But I do love these kind of games, so more than likely what I'll do is I'll watch a recap just for any story details on Bayonetta 1 and 2, and then maybe when money is better, I'll buy 1 and 2, or maybe I'll rent them with GameFly. I mean, it is coming out in October, so maybe I can scrounge up some money to get GameFly and play those games. But overall, I'm really excited for Bayonetta 3 because the gameplay looks really cool. Not only do you have all the crazy combos that you usually have in Bayonetta 3 or Bayonetta games and games like that, but you also have these transformations that you can go through as well, which change up your combat. That's one thing that I do love about different games that have combat that's like Platinum games like Bayonetta 3 and Devil May Cry and other games that let you change up the combo mid-combo. There's something satisfying of using a sword and then going into a hammer and then going into a staff. I think that's one reason why I love the Kingdom Hearts 3 combat so much, and just Kingdom Hearts in general when it comes to combat, because it's very flashy, over the top, and there's a lot of different combos that you can string together. It's really fun. I mean, and add in the fact that you can have these huge kaiju battles in Bayonetta 3 as well. It just sounds really fun to play. And next up is Pikmin 4. Now, Pikmin is one of those games where I'm kind of interested, but not at the same time. So I tried, let me explain myself first. I tried to play Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and I just couldn't get into it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it just wasn't my time for that game, because I know when I do play games like Xenoblade 2, for instance, I couldn't get into that game, but then I played Xenoblade 3 and I was really into that game. Like, I love that game so far. I'm on chapter 5 right now. I know chapter 5 is the chapter that everyone says something very sad happens. Don't spoil it in the comment section, please. But I'm really having a lot of fun with that game as well, so maybe the same thing will happen, but for Pikmin 4. So when I pick up Pikmin 4, or I'll rent it and try it, and maybe it'll grab me. But again, I'm still interested in it. It's piqued my interest. And next up, let's talk about some third-party Nintendo Switch games, specifically Square Enix games, because there are a lot of Square Enix games coming to the Nintendo Switch. So first up, let's talk about Dragon Quest Treasure. I think this is a really cool game. So Dragon Quest Treasure is another game and another RPG like Pokemon that I am really excited for. Which, don't worry Pokemon fans, I'm getting to Pokemon next after this. But I've always found it really interesting to see different companies try to take their games and mix them in with the Pokemon gameplay and see what comes out. And a lot of times it is really cool. Like Monster Hunter Rise, that's mixing Monster Hunter with Pokemon, and it turned out really fantastic. I loved Monster Rise. Or Monster Hunter Rise is what I meant. So the fact that they're mixing Dragon Quest with Pokemon is just amazing. And from the trailer, it seems like it's not just, oh, you get a Pokemon, or not a Pokemon, you get a monster and you battle them against other monsters. No, you actually have different abilities that are attached to these monsters, and your character will actively use them. So it's not just monsters attacking other monsters like a Pokemon game. No, the combat is actually changed as you put in new monsters into your party, which is really cool. Not only that, but the whole thing is treasure hunting, so that's gonna be really fun, trying to find different ways where I can break the system. If you guys didn't know, I love breaking games. I love becoming the most powerful OP character that you could possibly come in any RPG. Like in Xenoblade 3, I grinded the hell out of that first area, and I was just completely overpowered for most of the game so far. So yeah, I'm really excited for that game as well. It looks really interesting and has a fun art style as well, and just looks like a fun game. Harvestella is also looking like a fantastic game, which is a mix between Final Fantasy and Animal Crossing, kind of. So that looks like a fun game, and I'm probably gonna enjoy the heck out of it. I know some people don't like farming simulators, but I personally do enjoy it. And moving on to the next one, we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So this is one that I am actually really excited for, surprisingly, more so than other Pokemon entries. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet almost feels familiar to other Pokemon games, but different at the same time. The fact that we can go anywhere, any place, is a huge thing for me personally, because again, I love open world games. I love having my own personal journey. Giving the player the freedom to go anywhere and choose what you want to do in any order is something that worked well for Pokemon Arceus, so maybe it will work better for this as well. Now, Pokemon Arceus did have some restrictions, but it seems that Pokemon Violet and Scarlet is just completely open in the beginning of the game, and it's gonna be interesting to see what people find first, what people find last, and all the secrets that they hidden in the open world, or what they're gonna hide in the open world is what I meant to say. Not only that, but this time around, a lot of the Pokemon actually look pretty cool. And of course, my new, cool, favorite Pokemon of all time, design-wise anyways, the Navi Pokemon. I mean, let's be honest, this looks like a Navi. And that is exactly why I'm choosing Pokemon Violet, because of this Pokemon specifically. It just looks really cool. But other than cool new Pokemon, there's also new Pokemon types with terrestrial Pokemon which look really cool. And not only do they look really cool, but they change the gameplay. The fact that you can have different types on a Pokemon is a huge deal for me personally, and lets me kind of change the Pokemon into what I want if I need to attack another Pokemon who's weak against, say, water or fire. It lets you use different strategies in different scenarios, and I think that's one fantastic thing about just RPGs in general, is that a lot of times you can use your head to get out of situations or make battles easier. The Battle Network Collection, oh my god, I cannot wait for this game. It is gonna be fantastic. I love the Battle Network series. I used to watch the anime as a kid on, I think it was Kids WB, I believe? I may be remembering that wrong, hopefully I'm not, but I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comment section below. But anyways, I used to play these games back on the Game Boy Advance, and I just kind of fell off after that because, well, I didn't really have a lot of money as a kid, so the fact that I can finally have all of them in one place is really big for me. Again, I love strategy games, so using different chips and having that fast-paced combat that you have in Battle Network, I actually recently did a video on it, and it's actually pretty difficult. I played Battle Network 2, and it was a lot more difficult than I remember. Video on that in the top right corner if you guys want to watch that. But yeah, I'm really excited for these games, and the fact that they have multiplayer in it as well is really huge. For those who don't know, we used to have to use a cord to trade anything in those games, so this is really exciting. Now, there are a ton of other games as well, like Fire Emblem Engage, the new Kirby remake, we have the Persona games hitting the Nintendo Switch, and I think what I'm gonna do is make a part 2 with those games so I can talk about those games and maybe talk about some other games a little bit further. This video is already pretty long. I don't want it to be 20 plus minutes. But yeah, these are just some of the games and my thoughts on why I'm excited for them, what I think about them so far, and so on, and just talking about the games I'm excited for. Make sure you tell me what games you guys are excited for in the comment section below. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.